MS-13 has defenders in Congress and in journalism. We've had them on this show. But America's deadliest gang also has thousands of victims across this country, and thankfully a bunch of those gang members are now in prison thanks to a major bust by cops in New York. We've got details on what happened next. Nancy Pelosi has praised the deadly MS-13 gang as God's own children. That's small comfort to the gang's many, many victims. Just this week, Long Island police made a massive bust of MS-13 members, securing huge troves of drugs and weapons they used to devastate neighborhoods.
In connection with this investigation, we've also recovered a large amount of evidence against the gang and its associates, including more than 10 kilograms of cocaine, approximately 1,000 pressed pills of fentanyl, distribution quantities of heroin and marijuana, drug ledgers, 9 handguns, 2 long guns, over 500 rounds of ammunition, and recovered in this operation were numerous machetes. This depicts how brutal and savage this gang is.
Derek Maltz is a former head of the DEA Special Operations Division. He joins us tonight. Mr. Maltz, thanks so much for coming on. So we send drones, to the other side of the globe to kill people who threaten us far less than MS-13 does. How seriously do you think, as a country, we're taking this threat?
Well, first of all, Tucker, thank you for having me. President Trump went to Long Island and visited the families, in 2017. There was 26 murders over a period of a year and a half. And the Long Island police law enforcement community came together with the federal, state, and local partners. And DOJ named MS-13 as one of the top 5 threats to America. So the law enforcement agencies came together and crushed them. These are savages that were destroying families and actually using those machetes to cut people up, Tucker.
So why have you seen politician after politician and political consultants, including on this show, defend MS-13? Like, how could you defend this?
I don't know, Tucker. Look at New York State. They're giving driver's licenses now to illegal aliens. They have all these bail packages now. They want to let these savages out into the communities, and they're cutting up high school kids with machetes. You can't make this stuff up. I mean, I don't understand it. I mean, the community on Long Island right now should be very proud of law enforcement. I can tell you, as a native of Long Island, it's an amazing work, dedication for 2 years. It was one of the largest operations in America against gangs. It was the largest in New York State history to dismantle and destroy these monsters. So I applaud the law enforcement community, and District Attorney Tim Sinney did a tremendous job and tremendous leadership by all.
Well, good for them. The pictures on our screen, I think, were shot by our cameraman. When we went to Salvador to interview MS-13 gang members, and one of the things that resonated with me was how far away El Salvador is from Long Island. So how exactly did they become a presence in Suffolk and Nassau counties? I'm confused.
Well, Tucker, they had a very strong base of operations in California for years. They tried to establish a very good East Coast operations, command and control, but unfortunately they ran up against some of the best and brightest law enforcement in the country, and they were put out, they're going to be put out of business. It's just a matter of time. They hit 9 leaders of the cliques, and these are the cliques, Tucker. By the way, if you want to be promoted in one of these cliques, you have to kill 4 people. This is how they get promoted. So I don't understand how anybody in America wouldn't want these people immediately deported. As a matter of fact, I applaud President Trump, Attorney General Sessions, and Barr, and the entire Department of Justice, Department of Homeland Security, because they took this threat serious. They worked together. They used the capabilities of the U.S. government, and they really put a hurting on this violent, nasty gang. And it's going to continue because now they're going to get more cooperators. They made multiple arrests in El Salvador, in Europe, all over America, not just New York. So this is going to continue, Tucker, and these guys are pretty good. They're going to exploit the communications. They're going to exploit the intelligence that they develop, and they're going to put a hurting on this nasty gang.
I hope they do. And by the way, 1 in 3 Salvadorans on the planet lives in the United States, and MS-13 primarily preys upon them. So, I mean, hey, you'd think they'd be grateful, and I think they are grateful, right? I mean, they're the victims of
Tucker,
this.
what about the case? In July of the summer, the case in California, 19 out of 22 were illegal. They cut the heart out of a person. They chopped up a homeless guy because he was in their area. This is unbelievable. This is the worst violence you're going to see. And they work with the Mexican cartels. So we have a very bad national security crisis.
I think, Derek, what you're saying is they're God's children, to quote the Speaker of the House. But it's great to see you tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Tucker.
Thank you.